So now we proceed with second experiment, liquid limit test. Actually, liquid limit test and the other two limit tests, plastic limit and shrinkage limit, we have to use the same sample. Okay, so the sample will looks like this. Okay, this is the sample. This sample is taken from the side, and then we have to put under infrared for about 24 hours. And then the next day, we crush the sample and then we sieve by using 0.425 mm sieve. Okay, so that's why the sample is in even size like this. Alright, for plasticity test, for the attribute limit test, liquid limit, plastic limit and shrinkage limit, we have to ensure that the sample taken is fine soil. Okay, that's why the sieve using is 0.425 mm. So with this amount of the soil sample, will be enough for all three limit tests. So this is the sample. Next, we need this cup, cone penetrometer cup, okay, to penetrate the soil sample later. Distill water, spatula, and also the main equipment is cone penetrometer. Okay, actually there are two methods to measure liquid limit test. The first method is this one, cone penetrometer, and the other one is Casagrande method. We have the equipment here. This is the equipment, but the one that we use in this lab, okay, for this experiment is cone penetrometer. So now we will proceed with the experiment. So the soil sample we pour on top of the glass, on the glass plate. And then we mix with distilled water by using spatula. So the quantity of the water is not measured at the beginning of the experiment. We just need to ensure that the sample is mixed well with the soil, with the water. There is no patch of dry soil or no patch of water. Okay, and after that, when we pour inside the cup, okay, to penetrate, then only we know whether the quantity of the water is enough or not. So this is the sample after we mix with distilled water. So we have to ensure sample is like this, mixed well, easily to be pressed, soft. And then after this, we have to pour the sample inside the cone penetrometer cup. Okay, and when we fill up inside the cup, we have to ensure that we fill up from the side of the cup to ensure there is no airborne traps inside the cup. Okay, this is the sample. After we fill up inside the cup, we have to ensure that it is reached to the surface of the cup. Okay, so now we put below the cone. Okay, we have to ensure the cone is on the surface of the soil sample. Okay, we can adjust it by pressing this button. Okay, so now we have to set the equipment before we penetrate. We have to ensure there is no gap between this rod and the bottom rod. So press a bit. Okay, at the back here. So we have to ensure there is no gap here, and then we set the gauge at 0. Okay, at 0, and now we are ready to penetrate the soil. So we penetrate the soil sample, and we allow the soil sample to be penetrated for about 5 seconds. And now we take the reading by turning the button clockwise. Okay, so this is the reading of the penetration. And from the British standard, we have to ensure that the penetration reading is within 150 to 250 mm. 250. Okay, and then after that we have to multiply with this value 0.1. So basically the penetration value is within 15 mm to 25 mm. This is to ensure that our soil sample is at its liquid limit state. Okay, and so after if the reading is within the range, so we can accept the reading. If less than 150, it means that the soil inside the cup is not yet reached to its liquid limit state. And then if it is more than 250, meaning that the soil sample is too liquid, so we have to take out all the soil sample and then mix again. If less than 150, we have to add with distilled water. And if more than 250, we have to sprinkle with dry soil. Okay, the remaining dry soil that we have. Okay, so this is the first reading. So it is around 176. So around 17.6 mm. So we can accept this value. the next procedure after we penetrate for the first time, now we have to penetrate for second time in order to make sure that our mix is mixed well, and then the value is within the range of 150 to 250. So second penetration, we have to ensure the reading is between plus minus 0.5 mm. So what we have to do now is to take out the source sample at the middle of the cup where we penetrate the first sample. We put aside, and then we add with the remaining source sample here. We level up again, and then we penetrate again for second line. Now we are ready to penetrate for second time. We penetrate one more time. Allow for 5 seconds penetration, and then we turn this button clockwise, and then we record down the value. Okay, so this value we have to ensure plus minus compared to the plus minus 0.5 mm as compared to the first one. Let's say just now the reading is 17.6 mm, so we have to ensure this reading now is around 18.1 mm or 17.9 mm. Sorry, 16.9 mm. Okay. So if the reading of the second penetration satisfy for both first and second penetration, so what we have to do, we take out the source sample. We have to take out the source sample and then put inside the container. Okay. We measure the mass of the container as usual. Okay, we have to measure the mass of the container as usual, and after that, we take out this source sample from the cup. Okay, and then we place some sample inside the container, and we measure the mass. So this sample is considered as the best sample for the liquid limit condition, where the first and second mix giving us the penetration value of plus minus 0.5 mm and within the range of 15 to 25 mm. Okay.